Happy Friday, everyone. It is a icy cold Friday here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, the home of Sorry Not Sorry. And in honor of this cold weather spell, Shefali has picked out pieces today that are all icy blues, icy grays, icy teals, cool colors. Which is something we don't show a lot of because often we blend our warm colors with our cool colors, or there are icy, like there are blues and teals and grays that have warmer undertones. And today we have gathered together a collection that is all icy, cool blues, grays, and teals. So if you would like to see this collection and you are on Instagram, you can either comment the word winter, which will take you to this collection, or you can type in show me the way you normally would, and it'll take you to a page that has this collection as the first collection on the page. It is also the collection right at the top of the front page of our website, right below the pre-order for linen. If you are on YouTube or on Facebook, there is a link in the description that will take you to this collection. And we are excited to share these with you today because we kind of never do this. But first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Priya Mohan, and I am the owner of Sorry Not Sorry here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And I choose all of these saris with my team in Delhi using WhatsApp and handpick every single one, looking for patterns and feels like hand to the fabric that really suits what we're looking for here in North America. Behind the camera today is the lovely Shefali.
Hey.
Shefali has earned her MBA, is now working back with us full time, and you have probably noticed on our stories and our entire media presence that we have Shefali back in the house. So shout out to Shefali for getting right back into the deep end and paddling water desperately with the rest of us.
With a smile.
With a smile, as always.
But looking fabulous.
As we do. So a couple of announcements while I spin and twirl and show this to you. Some of you may have noticed that we have started a new feature on our Instagram and Facebook stories. It's called Deal of the Day. And to help us get through these winter blahs every single day, there is going to be a piece that we will showcase to you and say, hey, look at this beautiful silk. Let me tell you about it. And for one day only, 24 hours, because we've got it automated that from the time we post to the time the price goes back to normal, like it's set in the back end. So for 24 hours only, that piece will be 50% off regular price, which is even lower than our wabi-sabi prices. So we think that might be a fun little way to get through. It's kind of like winning the lottery, that even if you don't get the piece, you get to enjoy the little show every day of what incredible piece we have decided to put on sale for today. Hi, Rhonda. I think I see you there.
Yes, she says, howdy, ladies. Yay, Shefali. Yay for me. Corey says, happy Frosty Friday. Brr.
It's so cold. Today is probably the first day I am not going to complain at all about how overheated this store is. Today, It's a thank you very much.
Yeah, this is much appreciated.
This is much appreciated. Yeah.
Judy says, happy Friday, hibernation mode activated. Jane says, hi, they're from Mexico.
Oh, and, love it.
I think that Judy said, envious Jane. Sabina said, happy Friday, stay warm and cozy, everyone. Isn't it fitting that this live fell in coincidental? The coldest recorded day.
Is this the coldest recorded day?
It was supposed to be, or it is supposed to be.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Sabina says, enjoy warm Mexico, Jane. Corey says, lucky you, Jane. Enjoy the warm. Andrea says, happy Friday. Puppy Bunny Cat says, happy Friday. I think this is the day I upgrade my pre-customer status and buy my first piece.
Woo!
Welcome.
That'll be nice. And we have some great options for you to hear today.
And Jane says, I'm not sure I can get back on Sunday, trying to change flights to Tuesday, not having much luck.
Oh.
And
yeah,
Jane,
Sunday is supposed to be really bad.
Yeah.
Don't fly on Sunday.
Don't do Sunday.
No.
And Jane said, happy Friday. Corey said, that's a good problem to have, Jane. Stay put. And Jane said, trying, LOL. And then Christine says, happy Friday. It's been a tough week and I need to look at some pretty silk.
Oh, that's Christine?
Yeah, that is Christine.
With a C or a K?
Christine Turlo.
Christine, I am right there with you. It has been a very tough week.
Me too, friends. Me too.
It has been a tough week. And I have to say, at this moment, I have never been prouder to be a Canadian with that incredible, rousing speech that our Prime Minister gave, Mark Carney. And I'm not saying that I agree with all of his politics or I don't agree with his politics. What I am saying is it felt really good to see somebody with power stand up for doing the right thing and for building connections and creating community and saying, we're not going to tolerate a bully. It was what I really needed to hear, that we are not going to tolerate a bully. And I'm really hoping that other countries will say, hey, yeah, if Canada can do it right next door, sleeping with the elephant, as they say.
And we're the tiny mouse.
And we're the tiny mouse. That maybe other countries as well will say, hey, you know what? We too have some of our own individual power. Very much like what I say to you guys when we're talking about making changes for climate or making changes in the way fashion is. We all just have to stand up for ourselves, right? And represent ourselves as best we can and hope that we model that behavior for other people and that it eventually leads to change. What do they say about like recycling one water bottle? How is that going to help set 1 million people?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
it's the people.
It was just a really great time. And it was also kind of hard for me too, because I have, as you know, friends and family who live in the States, and I was having the worst day ever, fearing for World War III.
Yeah, because your best friend lives in the States.
She does. And when I spoke with her, she had no clue. And I was like, how can you not have a clue? I've been thinking if somebody doesn't back down, it's World War III. And she lived there and she didn't know.
Well, my best friend has been literally in Texas the past week. And I'm like absolutely gagged and gooped. And she's been going back and forth nonstop in the US. And I'm like, honey, please be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just, it was a bad week. And I keep thinking that at some point we will hit a level of bad that will shake everybody up. And everybody will say, well, this is not what I wanted for my kids. Like, because that's really what it comes down for me. I've lived 50 years. I'm good. If something happens to me now, I got a good 50 years done. But what about little ones? You know, we're leaving this planet for them. What do we want it to look like in terms of community and trust and hope and having faith in people and all that we're learning individually about building trust in relationships? How are we mirroring wisdom in the way we run the globe? And so again, I was very proud to be a Canadian when I heard that speech and saw someone legit stand up.
Me too. Do you mind doing me a favor just before you try that on?
Yeah.
You know how you put that cardigan up there?
Yeah.
It's actually in the way of the light.
We don't want that.
We have technical issues with Priya and Shafali, and now we're good.
Okay.
So what is it that you're showing today, Priya? Is it just a bunch of blue stuff?
So basically, this is a bunch of blue stuff. So Shafali went and found all the icy blues and teals that are not warm. So if you're somebody who was, wanted only to have those icy colors, and sometimes it is really hard to tell online whether something is icy blue or a slightly warmer blue, these are all either neutral or icy, cool, but they are not warm. And it's funny because when we were just about to start the live, I went around the store and I said, but Shirley, what about this one? And she said, warm, warm, red. And then I'm like, but what about this one? Warm, red, warm. And I'm like, I get it now. So if these are the ones you were looking for, we've got them for you today.
This one is slightly warmer.
It is.
Actually showing the first cardigan that you tried on. So this was the piece I was inspired by for this collection. If you notice it, it's like heather gray. It's a wabi-sabi cardigan, and I don't know how it hasn't sold. It's got those teals, that Tarocco kind of
very soft
color. Yeah, the cobalt. And I would always look at this piece and I was like, this looks like flowers that have been frozen on top of a sheet of ice. Mm-hmm. And then I was looking around the store and I was like, well, there's lots of pieces that actually have this kind of similar motif. So that initial post I did kind of had that idea as well. Like if you see those lines in there, the lines are like the striation.
The herringbone kind of lines.
Yeah. And even this piece that Priya is wearing, it looks like kind of in a mesh of flowers that are stuck on ice.
Yeah.
You know how ice creates that kind of fog or condensation? Even though it is cooler or slightly warmer, I did want to show the pattern of this piece is very inspiring of that.
And I wanted to show something that Shafali showed in the lives today, in the stories today. And this is something I've been doing pretty much since we started this collection. When winter comes, you do need to bundle up a little bit, right? So you have your heavy coat on, you maybe have your sweater on, and to have that layer of silk on as well, it feels like, what's it even doing there? So what I do in the winter is whatever I'm wearing, just like Shefali did in today's stories and reel as well. She took her her poncho that she was planning on wearing with her outfit, put it on as a scarf, and then as she was outside and traveling to work, it added the warmth here around her neck because it's silk, so it's moisture wicking and temperature regulating. And then once she got to work and was able to take off her warm outer layer, she was able to put her poncho on the way that she wanted to style it, which was more like this, I believe. And then I think what you did is you made it like a kimono sleeve top.
And I tied them.
And you tied these two sides
together. Just because the skirt I was wearing at the time.
Yeah, just for proportionally. So yeah, I wanted to just remind you that that's a great way to take your silks with you as you are traveling through cold weather. And then I think it was Nancy who asked, has anyone considered wearing a long sleeve top underneath their poncho or any of the other pieces? Yes, all the time. In fact, we still have Georgia tops, I think they're called, and we have some jazz tops, and I think we're out of the Jackie tops, but those are all tops that have very tight sleeves, like not uncomfortable tight, but fitted sleeves that are stretchy. And I find that that's the best thing to wear underneath the silks because it doesn't add bulk. It just adds a layer. Another thing you could do is wear the sleevey wonders, which are now called instant sleeves. And that's something where you just take like even a top like this, and it just gives you sleeves to add extra warmth underneath your outfit without actually having to cover your midriff if you're somebody who's going through those warmer phases. So
beautiful.
So let us know if the sound is okay and if the light is okay. We've been playing again with the lighting to try to see if we can keep it bright enough for you guys.
We have a couple comments. So I'll start with Facebook and YouTube first, then Instagram. I'll get right to you. So Rhonda says, I have a friend who intentionally keeps his head in the sand because he finds it to be too anxiety provoking. Yeah. But I've been telling him he needs to dial back in at least a little. He'll regret it later.
So I said to my friend, I said, I know it's a lot and it's got to be terrifying living there. Watch the comedy shows. It's going to give you a laugh, but also give you a bit of information. And if there's something that's in there that tweaks you to say, oh, maybe I need to research this a bit more, then you can.
Mm-hmm. And Deborah said, I agree with you so much. Cheryl said, this is my night, all catnip colors for me, which I love the phrasing of.
Yes.
And Christine said, that poncho is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
And Christine said, did you know if the tariffs for China are still ridiculously high? ?
So what I've heard for the tariffs for China is that depending on what suited Americans, some of the types of products have had reduced tariffs. And there are discussions that are happening right now, even with India, where some products are now going to have lesser tariffs. I have not heard whether that's extended to clothing. But I wouldn't rely on the tariffs. Like 2 days ago, Trump said to Macron, the president or prime minister of France.
Yeah,
that if he didn't allow Trump to, I think it was take Greenland, can't even remember what it was he asked, that he would apply 100% tariffs on all alcohol coming and like champagnes and wines coming out of France. So the tariff game is in full swing, guys. Do not count on tariffs being reasonably lowered at any point. And in fact, that was one of the things I liked most about Carney's speech was he said what I think what we are all figuring out. Sorry if I'm making this political, guys, but this was a very scary week for me. Shefali knows I came in one day and I was just so angry. And it's because I just think we're all just trying to lead a simple life. Nothing extraordinary, no yachts. Can we afford to have a child? Can we afford to have a home? Can we work really hard to earn those things?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Just check that your mic is good. Is it flipped? Oh yeah, put it the other way, okay, so that it's outside is to the front.
Thank you.
I think that's why, guys.
Okay, thank you, guys. So yeah, it's like, and I think, and I was actually, I'm afraid to call my cousin back because I think I was a little angry. And I said to her, I'm like, I am not fit to be spoken with today. Because I was saying, like, I'm trying to ensure these very small things for the people who I work with, who are willing to work so hard to be able to get those small things. And meanwhile, big picture people are trying to do big picture things that don't really care whether or not, a young 20, 30 something can buy a home. Like that is just such a basic thing. So yes, it's made me my heart. It has broken my heart again and again. And that's why Carney's speech, where he said, these are the games that are being played. Like, let's not pretend they're not being played. And the other thing that I realized when I was doing some reading, so I'm just going to show you guys this. This is a really pretty Ziska bead, kind of like an ice cube. So it's almost white. Does it sound better?
I'm just listening to it because they said it's going a bit in and out.
Is it charged?
Oh yeah, it's fully charged.
That's what Carney's. So so I thought I would try to incorporate some Ziska beads today. We are getting a shipment in. This is the shipment that we placed in October. So at the time, we had a full collection of Ziska beads. So I only ordered a top up in a few colors, and then their shipment was delayed for so long that we are getting some incredible necklaces, like unbelievable jewelry, not as many beads. But we are getting like the necklace parts, what do we even call that? Cords, the magnetic cords. And then we have placed a second order that has so many beautiful beads. So the next back-to-back orders of Ziska are going to be chef's kiss. So what I was talking, and what I realized was, because my husband and I keep having this conversation, and he says, what about all those checks and balances? Where are all those checks and balances? And what I realized is the reason the checks and balances aren't working is because checks and balances, by their very nature, are slow, procedural, and thought out, so that they can really assess, what are we looking at? Is it the right thing? Have we considered everything? The checks and balances can't keep up. So every single time a change is made and somebody says, let's get those checks and balances in place, by the time that has resolved itself, like the tariff thing. So apparently there's supposed to be an answer about that today, whether or not the tariffs are legal. The Supreme Court in the States is supposed to talk about it.
Stressful.
And I just think, from what I've heard, Trump has a whole other plan where he's just going to say, okay, so that door is closed. I'll just use this other door. And then the checks and balances will take a year to sort themselves out, and he'll do whatever he wants.
I think that's what he is. He basically is banking on the fact that other systems within government have bureaucracy, but he is a leader because he's choosing not to have bureaucracy.
He's not having any bureaucracy.
And that's what a lot of Americans who voted for him liked about him. And I'm saying what the ones who liked that part about him, like that's what they really liked, is that he's not a bureaucrat.
Well, didn't he call it the swamp?
Yeah,
but the swamp has a bit of a purpose, right?
The swamp has a major purpose when it comes to biodiversity and, building things for an ecosystem. And that's kind of why these bureaucratic procedures are in place, right? But if you have people who don't know much about that and all they see is their own detriment, they're going to care about supporting somebody who says, screw the bureaucrat system. This is America, right?
Yeah. So, yes.
She noticed that this piece had like that border in the center. It looks so pretty when it's tied.
It does look really pretty. And actually, this really does remind me of what you were saying about flowers and ice.
Mm-hmm.
Like that really does look like it, especially that second layer with the darker tones.
It honestly was surprising to me how many pieces I found looked like that motif. And I think it kind of reinvents the pieces. And I noticed that one of our lovely customers had actually made a post about how her
reminded that was Lisa. Her. And how she layered it. And I sent it to Shefali right away. I said, look, people are finding things in their wardrobe that fit what you've been talking about. But it really does get you to cast a new eye on your clothing.
Mm-hmm. So Rhonda had said, yes, the comedy shows are helpful. I've been pretty scared too.
Yeah.
Lots of comments. 1 second. Jane had said she's loving her Sorry Not Sorry in Mexico. No
Good.
Kidding. I love our prime minister as well. Jane said intelligence, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Corey said so well spoken. Live video signal disrupted. Interesting. I'm not really seeing that. There was no notification that it disrupted, Rhonda. So it might just be our internet. And there's nothing we can do about that.
So I'm trying to use a Ziska bead for the belt, but it's not, the hole's too big.
I think.
Is there a way?
There's got to be. Yeah, maybe if you fold it up a bit more, maybe not that bead, maybe like a different kind of bead would be less noticeable. But I do think the concept is interesting.
Okay, what if we use the bead, fold the belt in half? So we've created a loop. Put that through there.
Oh, I see.
Nope. Well, maybe no, not really. It's better, but it's not perfect.
I think you got to do like what basically Alex did for the two sides with the Ziska bead. And while you figure that out, I will read some comments.
Okay, so these are magnetic buttons here.
Jane said his speech it was amazing, and there was a standing ovation. I cried. Yeah. And Judy said starfish story. Corey said, be this change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Sabina said, I was so happy when I heard his speech. And Sabina said, flowers on ice. So clever. Thank you, Sabina. Jane said, yes, always. Corey said, I had a merino wool turtleneck under a cardigan today. So warm and flowy. Yeah. And Judy said, oh, that was just a sound. Hopefully that worked out. And Judy had asked, are there going to be Ziska long cord beads?
So that's a great question. I have asked them for Ziska long cord beads, and they said that they're not making them. So then I got to thinking. I actually said what would be really nice is if they could just come out with extenders, which is basically the exact same cord that they have, but make one that's 5 inches and make one that's 3 inches. So you can take their shorter one and make it longer depending on what you want. So you'd basically buy 2 extenders and then go to town.
Which I think is ingenious.
Yeah, but then they said no. So then I think I need to buy for them more. So we're going to be meeting with them, right?
Yeah.
And I think if we can convince them that there are ladies who want to collect Ziska beads and put them on some sort of a cord, but they don't want it up close to their necks. But in the meantime, I would say double up on the shorter cords. That's what I'm going to do, because I am not a short necklace person. So I am going to try to figure out a way to take 2 of those cords, put them together, and make something that works for me. So here's another way to attach these. I'm just going to use a magnetic button here.
Oh, there are apparently issues with Facebook and it being on live.
Maybe we've been banned. What do you suppose it is?
I'm not sure.
I had to reconnect Facebook today, but I did do it.
It could just be Facebook's end, and that's what they're saying, is that it's possibly Facebook. Like, there's nothing we can do if it is Facebook, but I'll keep trying. Corey says it's a known fact that he diverts attention by dropping bombs daily and having people scramble.
Yeah.
Jane said, I've had so many compliments on my Sorry Not Sorry outfits. Carol said, happy Friday. And when you were doing the knot situation, she said with the bead, she said, tie a knot under it. Corey said, I think you can order 50 centimeters short and 60 centimeter long. Yes. I have ordered both sizes.
Yes, and that's what we have coming in.
Yes.
For this shipment, which is literally en route, we will have the 50 and the 60 centimeter in the black. And then for the next one, I think, I ordered it in a bunch of colors. So we're just going to have a good time with that.
Yeah, actually, the feed looks good on our end. I think that... Oh, it just stopped.
The feed just stopped?
Yeah, like it literally stopped it in 15 minutes. Okay. All right. I'm going to do this again.
Can you reconnect it?
Yes, I can. So I'm just going to make a comment. And I'm going to say it out loud. Friends, if you are on Facebook and you are watching this live, we will need to reconnect the live due to issues. Stay tuned for the notification, friends. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
I like it with blue.
Issues.
So this one is definitely more of a teal. Now I'm wearing it with Demoiselle, which is a little bit more blue. So more teal, more blue. But I brought some of my pants from home.
Probably Judy. Judy said too much corn talk last time. I agree. Somebody, I'm not going to say who, but somebody.
Maybe. That would be me, guys. That would be me. So this is Orta. And you can see that this is definitely more blue than the Orta teal. And then this one is from a couple of seasons ago, or no, maybe the same. No, this is Lyrebird. This is from 2 seasons ago. And this definitely looks more green and looks more like a darker green. So if you're trying to find something that's going to match it exactly, I would say at the moment we don't have something. But it does look really good with these bluey tones underneath. And you just need to take a necklace to kind of tie the whole look together. How are we doing over there, Shefali?
I've just re-added Facebook again. Because there's a face of focus here today. All right, so it should be back on for Facebook. And I'm just going to check that out really quick.
Ooh, that's nice. So this one is very icy. It's a pale gray with black.
I feel like we never get an opportunity to show off white pieces. But
It is not a pure white, though.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering... This is a white wall, but you guys can't see that.
No, they can see that.
Only on some of them can see it.
Oh, right.
So it's slightly more gray than white. It's a very pale gray. Is this pure white? Yeah. Okay, this is closer to a pure white. And so you can see the difference. That this is definitely a pale gray and this is a white. But this is amazing because it would match anything. You could pair it with really any color because it's black and white, which kind of goes with everything. So I wrote another blog today, Shefali. I did. I was inspired by this whole, the florals that you were saying, the florals trapped in ice. And I was thinking about how, I always go for digital prints, right? There's something about the crispness of seeing those images, especially images that are nature inspired in the fabrics that I find really grounding. And, even the colors, I was thinking, well, how come I really like, the reds and the greens, those fall tones? And it's because it reminds me of fall, because it reminds me of when I was a kid and walking through leaves and kicking them with my feet and, seeing all those beautiful colors. And when I wear them, it kind of brings back that memory of nature and of me participating in nature.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah. And I think it was when you said the flowers trapped in ice, that whole idea that, nature is like right there. And these clothes, a lot of them with their florals. I mean, we do have geometrics, we do have things like that, but a lot of them with their florals call back to nature.
I actually think that there is a way to argue that all of these patterns call back to nature.
Well, especially even the traditional ones, right? Yeah.
So it's really cool to see the way that it's been reinvented based on the generation and the artist and what they saw and what the artisan could do with this vision of creativity and, their craft. It takes a lot of minds to put this together, right? And I think that it's really nice to kind of see that visually. So it was important, like when I kept seeing these fabrics in store, it was actually funny. Priya said to me, I do a whole live on these colors because I don't think we have a lot of these silks. And then I pulled out this massive rack.
Yeah, and then she took a video of it and went,
where do I read Priya's blogs on the Sorry Not Sorry website?
So, great question. If you receive our emails, the blog is on the email. The blog is also coming out on Sunday on Instagram as a post. And if you would like to see them on our website, then if you go into the About section, you'll see one that says Gathering Threads, and that is the location of my blog. So, we've got two new ones because there were some from like years ago. But I'm really enjoying writing them, actually.
It's nice.
Yeah. Well, as we all know, I have so much to say. So there we go. I love this together. Like, I feel like this piece has been overlooked. Wildly overlooked.
Wildly.
Yeah. Like, it's so fresh. Beautiful piece.
Makes you forget all about the outside.
That was the worst day ever. And then to have it just turn around and go, oops, no, I guess I changed my mind. And I'm like, dude, like, do you not realize what you're doing to us? For you, it might be a negotiation tactic. For those of us who are trying to like hide from the what's that called? Shrapnel of your decision.
Literally.
Yeah. It would be nice to know that you're not just messing around.
Yeah. I think that this generation, maybe this is true or untrue, I don't know, but I feel like in previous generations, there was more of a favoritism towards what politicians had to say. But I think with the internet, like, there is more ability to have conversation as individuals and as communities about what other communities or people are saying within a population.
But I don't think Americans are getting that information. Like, my cousin is a very intelligent woman, and her husband is also extremely intelligent and reads the paper, and they're not, MAGA supporters or any strong. They're Canadians who live in the States. Like, they're invested in the politics there, but they're not overly invested. They're coming home one day. So for them not to know, and she said, I guess it's just a difference of the what we're seeing in the media. And I said, well, didn't you hear Carney's speech? Because she's Canadian. And she said, yeah, he basically said that he's starting to look elsewhere for trading partners. I said, that was not the important part of the speech. The important part of the speech was the call to arms. And she's like, what? And I had to read her the whole thing. She goes, I have not seen that anywhere here. And then she said, when I go about my day-to-day life, she lives in Denver, Colorado. She says, there is absolutely zero sign that anything is going wrong in the country. And I'm like, Minnesota? And she's like, well, we know about it. But she goes, honestly, unless you turn your head to look at it, there's nothing to see.
What's funny is I've seen comments from videos from Minnesota of other Minnesotans saying the same thing, that they're like, where is this happening? I don't see this.
I don't know.
And I think that you don't know that's happening until it's at your front door. And that's something I've seen a lot of, because I do follow a few commentators who are younger that are American that, talk about how, like, on the internet, you sometimes kind of see this very brash example of what's happening to you in person. And sometimes you don't take that very seriously because you're saying to yourself, well, this is the internet. The internet has tons of stuff like this.
Yeah.
And then when it's happening in front of your door, do you say to yourself, oh my God, this is real?
Well, and that's what Goat said to me. He says, well, nobody's going to do anything about it until it actually affects their life. And I said, anybody who has kids, this is affecting their life.
I don't think a lot of people think that way. I think that the women and the people we surround ourselves with think that way. But as we have learned today,
people will only acknowledge what they have the capacity to acknowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is also very fair. Like, people only have so much capacity, and this world is very trying when you're just trying to get through day by day and you've got your own stuff going on too. And then piled on is all of this crazy from above. You have to draw the line somewhere for the sake of your own sanity. It's just sickening that's
how they know they can get away with
it. But that's how they get away with it.
Yeah.
Is that you're already at capacity.
They make your life hard so you don't think about all the stuff that they're doing.
Like, that's cruel.
But and
for what? For money? You literally can't take it with you.
Money, control, but they at that point, it's especially America has created such a great system in making people feel invincible because of their financial ability.
Love that. Yeah, it's I definitely think Carney was right that something's got to give. The world order that was based on trust and these rules that everybody kind of said, you know what, these are the rules and let's all try to play by them. They're not perfect, but they give us a guideline. And actually this ties into stuff that I've been thinking even in terms of my relationship with your generation. Like, there's no more formality in discourse, right? Like, okay, I can actually give a really good example. There are now some teachers who are telling their students to call them by their first name, which is great. And what it does do is it removes that level of formality between teacher and student so that they can work more as a community to try to, help each other become, the teacher can help this student, not as from above, but from beside. Love that. But I think there are also some signs of respect that, hold ideas in place, that hold society together. Like, please and thank you. Do you really need to say it? No, but you do. Or as a Canadian, every time a car lets me in, I will do this out my window up above me, hoping that they can see it twice if I don't think they saw it the first time, to say thank you for letting my car in. Even though they kind of had to, I'm like, I appreciate and I noted that you did that. And those are the kindnesses that I think keep society running smoothly. Those small moments of, I see you as a person, and I see the relationship we're in, and I see that you are expending energy to be my teacher, and I am here to, to learn from you. And the tokens that model that are the things that glue us together as a society. And as soon as you get rid of all of those things, it's a little bit of chaos.
Yeah.
And you really have to hope, like I would think that if I had students and I said, call me by my first name, I would have already created such an environment of collaboration and I bet you a lot of my students wouldn't call me by my first name. They would have felt awkward doing it. They would have just said ma'am or miss. But what if that becomes the norm, right? And then teachers don't have the opportunity to develop that relationship. All of a sudden, the playing field is level, and nobody has taught the kids how to be respectful and show gratitude the way that a teacher will show gratitude to a student for working hard, and the student can show gratitude to the teacher, unless certain things are in place to remind us all that we have this opportunity to be grateful and to demonstrate our gratefulness. And I feel like with this generation, your generation, like when people, like some of the text messages that go through our group chats, sometimes I have no idea what they mean. And I just think a little bit of formality here would really help me along in trying to understand what's being said.
Yeah, I think that unfortunately is just parents not parenting.
Maybe.
Because I think that as parents, like, especially with the kind of lives that I'm not saying this against any parent, it is hard AF to be a parent right now, because you have to survive, and then you have to make sure that your kid does their math homework and that they go to school.
Yeah, and isn't using AI to do all of their math.
Exactly, right, and is actually learning. And that's a very difficult thing to maneuver, especially if you yourself are trying to survive because of the market and the economy, and also, just being a human being in general.
Yeah.
And I
for the first time, as you like to say.
Yeah. That's all our first times being human.
Yep.
So, I think that can get really lost in, being able to teach that, because you just want a moment of peace and quiet, and you can't really have that if you're also bombarded by the internet.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of parents have resorted to saying, okay, TV time, okay, do this, okay, do that. Yeah, do whatever. And then, it's the internet that ends up raising these kids.
Yeah. And they don't have models. But that's where I think the modeling comes into play as much as anything else. Like, we need to realize it's not just getting things done. It's modeling communication and recognizing each other's humanity. That is equally important.
I was literally just going to say that.
What did she say?
Okay, so I'm going to read some comments quickly before I go to that, just because there was quite a few. So Judy beat me to it when Jane asked, what color Casbahs were you wearing? And immediately she had typed Demoiselle, and I was literally just typing it.
They were Demoiselle. Now I'm wearing Orta.
I thought, no, it's Tarocco.
These are Orta.
You brought Orta with you?
I did.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Corey.
These are Tarocco.
Oh, okay. That made a lot more sense.
You can see the difference.
Yes.
And these are winter weight, and these are summer weight.
Yes. Oh, I forgot you brought your own pants.
I did. I brought 4 pairs because I wanted to bring some of those icier, greeny tones.
And then Corey had said, that's why understanding history is so important. Judy said, yep, it's all for money. And Corey said, lots of parallels to 1934. And I was like, you are so right. I have been telling you that.
Yes.
I've been telling.
Honestly, Shafali, not having learned, I've been around long enough to trust that things are always going to be the same. And she's had so much flux in her life. She's like, this is just more change, and it relates back to them, and it's a new country, and you can see blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but what about everybody just, doing what we did? The status quo was lovely. I loved it. It was lovely for me, not for everybody. I do also recognize that, guys.
And Corey said, what happened then in the world said never again is sadly unfolding again. Yeah, because that's what happens when you lose history class and lessons, and people don't consider the value of it, is that they forget it. Yeah. Like polio coming back.
Measles is coming back.
Measles coming back.
Measles is coming back.
Forget the amount of detriment those diseases have caused. And Judy said, common courtesies are being eroded. Lisa said, so true. And Lisa said exactly what I was thinking and about to say, is that I think that everything just moves too fast. And I agree.
It really does.
Everything moves too fast. And if you are a parent, you cannot catch up ever. You never feel like you have a break.
No.
Which is hard.
Which is hard.
It takes a toll on you as a parent, especially with your confidence.
It does. And again, first time being a parent. It's that first time being a human, right?
It's always a bummer.
You bring what you've got, and what you've got at the pace that things are changing. I don't know. Guys, it's crazy, crazy, crazy world. All I'm asking is let's not blow each other up. That's it. Just that for now. Just that.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot. That's not a lot. Pretty low level.
Just let's just give us some time, sort things out, think things through. This is beautiful together. I love this multi-tonal look. So this piece has all kinds of different shades of very pale teal. We've got definitely a blue down here. This is almost a Tarocco green, but it has different shades of green as well. So a bluey green, more green than blue. And then we've got some gray and some black. This is actually navy a little bit through here as well. But it looks so pretty when you put all of these colors together. It looks really intentional.
There's a necklace in the very front of the rack here.
It's teal.
I think that would tie in the pants nicely. There you go. Perfect look. And then add the bag.
Add the bag, which is still on sale. Great.
$30 has.
$30. They're cute. And they're lightweight, which is nice if you're traveling. A little crossbody. What do you think?
Cute. Honestly, you look so travel ready. I love it. You just need like white shoes.
Yeah. That would really make the outfit pop.
And then you'd be walking down the street and someone would go, "Oh my God, what store did you get it? I have to buy it." It's actually my business.
Whip out all the stack of business cards I have and just start doing this.
And I think that Jane had said, and I forgot to read this comment, that she was getting so many compliments about her Sorry Not Sorry.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's really nice to hear. I do see, like, when I bump into people, and it has happened, who are wearing Sorry Not Sorry, it's really easy to see that they're wearing Sorry Not Sorry. You can't mistake it.
If you know, you know. Like, you literally know.
You know. Like, it looks like Sorry Not Sorry.
I feel like how Chanel probably felt in, like, the 40s. You know what I mean? Like, you're walking around the streets of Paris and London, and you see a woman with a certain kind of jersey knit, like, fitted jacket set, and you're like, oh my God, she's wearing Chanel. And you just know.
And you just know. So thank you all so much for directing me to BritBox. I subscribed to. I knew about it, but I never signed up for it. Like, I would always go into Netflix and go to British series, and I would try to find the British ones. So I signed up for BritBox. I'm having so much fun. I just watched 2 Agatha Christie shows.
Nice. Yep.
The last one I watched was called Point Zero.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like basically the moment where the thing happens that somewhere in your head, you're like, I'm going to murder somebody. This is going to happen.
This is going to happen.
Yeah. It's like this when the seed got planted. Mm-hmm. So, but that was set in the 30s, and the outfits, I'm looking at those wide leg pants and the tiny little striped tops, and I'm like, that's all Chanel. That is fully Chanel in her prime. I've got to try this on with time because this is going to be too beautiful. How are things going over there?
Things are going good. Towards zero, said Judy. Michelle said, hi all. And Lisa said, I love that bag.
Yeah, it's really sweet and light and a good price too. Okay, time for time.
Time for time. It's 8:47. You're doing great.
And also time.
And these are time.
And these
great timing. Thank you.
Oh, and you've probably seen the post. It is confirmed. We are moving. It is a done deal, ladies.
What?
We're moving. So our plan is to have everything out of this location by March 30th. And then we're going to try to have the sales floor here open for the Saturday prior to that. And then we pack everything up. And by the Saturday after that, we hope to have the sales floor open at the other location. Even if everything else is chaos, we should have only 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. And walls will be painted. So the bones will be there.
Yeah. Yeah, everything will be there. It's going to be great. And the place really is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm so excited. The entire team is so excited, and like, honestly, not to toot my own horn, but it's been so nice to be back with the team and kind of watch everybody get reinvigorated.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I know they've just been shuffling away while I've been trying to survive.
Well, we've all been in survival mode.
Yeah.
You with school and us trying to keep things afloat.
Before I come back.
Well, and we had to let go of 2 people, remember?
Yeah,
and so
stuff that
because of the stuff that was going on financially with tariffs. And so then Rachel and Alex were holding down the fort as we shifted more responsibility to India.
And then Mira went back to school.
And now she's doing 3 years, and we thought she'd be done. And she's like doing another 3. So, so it's been a bit challenging. And then the economy is not helping any of us, right? Like, we know if you guys had money to spend, you would buy. And many of you don't have money to spend, and you're still buying. And it is thanks to you that we are still alive and kicking, quite honestly, because businesses are closing all around us.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, it is a little scary. And I keep telling the girls, we just need to do what it takes to get through this current challenge the same way we got through COVID. It's just a challenge. It can't last forever.
Watch Poirot, Priya. The clothes.
I love Hercule Poirot. He was my absolute favorite when I was reading Agatha Christie. But yes, I have a whole new world of television.
Yeah, Poirot is good. I've seen a couple clips because of the TV channels. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really nice to see another culture modeled, because we spend so much time seeing American culture modeled and Canadian culture modeled on TV. So to see like a British culture modeled, it's just fun and different.
Yeah.
Right?
I also am like such a big fan of yearning, like in TV shows. That's like so great for me, which is why I love period pieces.
Yeah.
Tracy says BritBox is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Judy sends a bunch of clapping emojis. And what else was I gonna say? Yeah, BritBox is so nice.
It's so good.
It's a game changer for your TV watching.
It really is. It's like Murdoch mysteries, but they're all Murdoch mysteries.
Every single
one. And
especially the best Murdoch season.
Yes.
The first 8 seasons.
I'm watching season 17.
Isn't it awful?
The worst? Right? I'm so sorry, Murdoch, if you're watching.
We love you.
We love you. What the heck is going on? Yeah.
I'm on 19 right now. And oh my God, I literally, I can't even.
I just watched the musical episode.
Oh my God.
And season 17, where Julia is singing to Murdoch in a coma. And I literally had to turn it off. I'm like, I cannot.
And you're a big musical person. Oh, yeah. No,
this is so sweet. And this is very soft. So you can see that this is more of a gray, and then it kind of turns up into a blue. Not a whole lot of teal, but also not teal.
Mm-hmm.
But great with the necklace. It does tie everything together. It's a great necklace to have with these pants, right? Because is this the same color as Tarocco? Have you checked?
No, I haven't. I just grabbed it and I hoped for the best. It's a bit too blue, but it does work.
It works.
If you have something in the middle, it does work.
Yeah.
I watch Escape to the Country, English Countryside on CBC. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, that would be good too. Yeah, I've subscribed to Gem, so I am now getting all of the CBC stuff ad free.
Lisa's got such great comments today. She's just said, "I don't ever want that to happen. I love Sorry Not Sorry. I'll mortgage the house and sell my husband if I have to."
You guys are so freaking sweet.
So funny.
We have hit. So. We were doing really well. We hit a trajectory where I'm like, girls, we got this. I'm like, India, hire more staff. I'm like, Shafali, go back to school. We'll pay for it. I'm like, Rachel, raise. Alex, raise. And then right after all of that, the tariffs came in and they weren't scheduled to come in. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to let go of Irene and Sarah. They're the newest hires. It's going to be fine. We're going to shift more work to India. It's going to be fine. And it has been a struggle, quite honestly. It is a struggle. And I know that this won't last forever. And I know that we could not have more incredible customers. One of the biggest problems is we're not there's 3 ways. Guys, there are 3 ways to improve sales. And one of them is average order value. And to me, that just means finding new, interesting things for you guys to enjoy. So that's why we're getting into Ziska and we're looking into that perfume. We're supposed to have that meeting on Monday. And then we also may have a little surprise coming out of Quebec that we're working on.
That's not just a little surprise, guys. It
is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more once we have to have a meeting, but well, you know me, I can't keep a secret. I'm the worst with Christmas.
Yeah, and you're going to keep that secret.
No, I'm not going to tell everything. I'm going to tell a little. There is an artisan who...
you can tell your side of the story.
So there is an artisan who frequented the One of a Kind show. And I had actually bought one of his pieces when the girls were really young.
So like 20 years ago, you were saying.
20 years ago, I bought the first piece that he had, like my first piece of his creations, in old Quebec. And it was beautiful. And then I saw him again at the One of a Kind show. And every year when I went there, I would look for him and I learned all about his family and his kids. And he's just such an artist. And he upcycles, which is nice too. Right. So, okay. So I would buy a piece from him every year. And so I had 4 or 5 pieces. They're not cheap in my closet and that I wore all the time. And sadly, I have outgrown them. So, and it's because just through the shoulders at the back, the way that they're designed, there's all kinds of room up here. Like if I were pregnant, I'd still be able to wear those coats. But because my shoulders have gotten broader through here, they don't fit. But I was thinking, Chevalier, I'm going to go visit him and I'm going to see if he can do something to just add space there.
I think
that's what he does.
I can do that. And I think he would do that for you. He would do that,
right? So I found him on Facebook. He is horrible at anything technological based. And he's retiring and he has all of the stock and he has no way to put it out on the market because he has no technological skills. And I'm like, friend, not only am I your world's biggest fan, but I've got the skills. So we're going to see if we can work together. But I would be so honored to share his work. He is just such a great guy and such a true artisan, he was telling me the other day that every day he goes into his shop, he's excited to go into his shop. And he showed me his work table and he showed me the scraps that he puts together. And so what we're hoping is that we can start carrying some of his stuff and then also put some of his pieces that are still with him online so that he can sell them through us. But I am very excited to bring that to you. He is truly one of my favorite, most creative, one-of-a-kind artisans. And you can never have too many coats, right? Right? Come on, right? It's true. It's so true.
Yeah, I'm really excited to meet him. He is like an artist in such a true form, and to see that kind of creativity happen. I've been very lucky that I've been exposed, especially within the last couple of years, like to friends and connections of mine, like Lex, for example, from next door, who have that level of artisanship and creativity. And like, there's so much thought that goes into a single piece.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to see that every single time you do, because it kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the most human thing to see somebody in their truest form.
Yes.
Right.
And to be actually creating something. And the other nice thing is, we'll have some pieces of his in store, but let's say for a piece that we don't have, we would be the connection between you and him. But if you said, and I want it a little longer, or, and I wanted a little this or a little that, he'd be thrilled to do it because he's so excited about his craft. So it lets you customize some of his products as well. So we're very excited about this. We should have a few pieces, maybe 10 of them, that he's picked for spring within the next 2 or 3 months, maybe less, but for sure that. And then Shefali and I are making plans to go to Trois-Rivières, I think that's where he is, and meet with him and see what we can do there. If we're going to have to learn some French real quick. I keep telling him, I'm like, I understand everything you're saying. I just have to reply in English.
Okay, we have plans to bring a translator.
Yes, we do have plans to bring a translator. This is so beautiful and soft. So it's ombre bluey grays with white.
Judy said, oh, coats. I was just thinking I needed to get a coat.
These coats are divine.
To die for.
Divine. Like just you have to be fearless to wear some of them. Some of them are a little bit more moderate, but each of them is a work of art, and each of them is one of a kind.
It's like the coat I just got. It's like even more amazing.
Yeah. Actually, maybe next time I'll bring my coats in so you guys can see them. But Mira has one of them. I have 3 that no longer fit. And I've got one that still fits, but it's getting tight. And it makes me so sad. And then when I found out that he's retiring and that there will be no more coats from him, I'm like, his legacy must live on.
Lori said, I can't wait to see his work. Michelle said, me too, Judy. And Corey said, I was there this summer. The best little artisan town ever.
Yeah. Yep. And I think actually he's also got his workshop is in Trois-Rivières, but he's in Montebello. He's got one store that carries his things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. And he's such a sweet man. So that's kind of a really nice thing. So average order value. So the way that we're doing that is we're trying to find new interesting things for you guys. The second way is repeat customers. And you guys are
have no issues with that.
We have no issues that we have so much fun together, and we love being able to help you fill your wardrobes with great things and to have you guys be a part of our community. Like, we feel like once you're with us, you're just part of the family. And so that's really awesome.
That's why we share and we yap.
Yeah, that's right. But the place where we are really, really feeling the hit is new customer acquisition. And that's because what had initiated our growth was that we had broken into the American market. And so
that was a huge part of our growth.
Yeah. It was huge. And it opened the door to so many people who loved our products, who were some of our very best customers, still are some of our very, very best customers, but who understandably can no longer afford to participate. And like, we get it. So we've been trying to find other avenues, but it's a little bit harder, to reach across to Belgium. We were trying Belgium, Australia.
I just got another Australia order.
Oh, that's so great. So yeah, Belgium and Australia and all the rest of Canada, which is kind of why we're trying to get into more stores in Canada so that we can meet more people.
Corey said, I keep trying to bring you more and more people.
Yes, and you are. And that's honestly, if there's anything, if you want to ask what you can do to help, you're already pulling your own weight. If you don't mind just telling people about us and say, hey, maybe learn a little bit more and see if this is something that's right for you, because getting new people to know about us is a harder process. And thank God Shefali's back. And so our marketing is back up and running like it hasn't been in a long time. And, she's doing such a great job, she and the team, everybody, but under her leadership, we're getting 50% of the views are coming from non-followers. So that's really big, but we have to try to get our things targeted to the kind of person who would want to buy our things. And so it's hard to find those people. They're probably your friends, ladies. So if you are able to get the word out, I think that swap and sell thing that's happening in the summer would really be nice.
Yeah.
Bring a friend and come play with us.
I've created my own little group of addicts. LOL, says Corey. And Lisa said, yes, me too. I love handing out your cards you put in our packages. It's a great way to start a conversation.
Thank you so much.
So sweet, guys.
I am determined to create this clothing movement. And I keep telling even the ladies here, I'm like, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing it for money for them. I feel like I've done enough with my life. I'm good. But I would like to see them have great lives, and the people who work with us in India have great lives, and to see these young girls grow into a world where they are allowed to express themselves, where they are not dressing just for the male gaze, where they're spending their money in a way where they're appreciating quality and artisanship and connection, global connection through fabric, where they have enough confidence to wear things that make them feel beautiful instead of what they're told should make them feel beautiful. Like, these are all the values that I really want to get out there into the world. And they're important to me. And so having this business is really about trying to keep yelling that out into the abyss, right? Please love yourself. Please value yourself. Please take up space. Please enjoy the small things, the glimmers, like the fabrics that you get to have in your closet, or the community of somebody who appreciates the same things that you do. Like, these are the really big, irreplaceable things that Sorry Not Sorry means to me. So we just have to get through this moment in time before we can continue that journey with everybody.
So,
yeah.
And Judy said, guys, I have something stuck in my throat. Judy said, Corey is my dealer. What, who knows? Tracy said, that is a lovely look. The maxi caftan short into a tunic length is adorable. Yeah. And Corey said, hi, Judy. And Puppy Bunny Cat sent a few laughing emojis. She's feeling like she's getting dealed out as well, friend. Yeah, it's really interesting to see like the kind of mindset change you have once you like really understand the brand and like an ethos and its level. And I feel this way about this artisan that, you know, Priya introduced me to. Like, his vision of life in the world, it is so inspiring. And to me, like, if you're going to be in the arts and be in fashion and be in music, like, that is a part of the human experience that is supposed to give you meaning in life.
Yeah. And it can't be replaced by AI.
It can't be replaced by anything.
No.
Anything. You can't pretend like it doesn't exist. And you also can't replace it with anything else.
No.
And that's why it continues to persist over and over and over and over.
Could you imagine if I let AI pick the saris that we use in the store?
I don't even think that would...
It can't be done. What? No, it's got to be a real person who can appreciate the fabric and the direction of the patterns and you know, how it's going to hang beautifully and how those colors will work in different seasons. Like, those are human things, I think.
Those are human things. And I think it's all about like human curation, because only humans know what something tangibly looks like, because AI doesn't exist in the real world.
No. You know what somebody said to me the other day that has kind of had me a little shocked? There's this whole thing going on right now where people are posting pictures of themselves from 10 years ago, from 2016.
Yeah, I did that too.
I shared it with our group here, a picture of me and Mira from 2016. And somebody wrote in a post, she said, is it possible?
Oh, I saw that.
Yes, that technocrats somewhere decided that AI wasn't functioning very well in showing what growth looked like over time in a 10-year span, and started this trend to get as many images as possible of what 10 years will do to a person so that it could better come up with AI models.
Yeah.
And that was really creepy. That never even crossed my mind.
So do you know what the solution to that is?
What?
Physical documentation, physical media. So like starting to go back to
photographs
and actually collecting in your personal life, physical media of you and yourself is what people are really saying is the way to go.
So real cameras, film that can be developed.
Yeah.
Where it's all just one of a kind.
Photo albums.
So as soon as it's digital, it can be taken.
Yeah.
So not analog.
Yeah.
It's got to be analog.
It's got to be analog. Huh. Like I have Polaroids of myself from like now 7-8 years ago that have never seen an iPhone, and like they're just there, right? They exist. And I came across them a while back, and you know, Mira and I were looking at them and they were like, oh my God, I can't believe that this was you. I also wanted to show off some boxy tops as well. So I had just done a story recently. Oh my God, those match so well.
Yeah, it's a perfect match.
I had done a story recently showing a boxy top on me, and maybe Priya, you could show how you like to wear the boxy top if you have to wear one.
If I had to wear one, like Kim, remember how Kim did hers? Yeah. She's like, and I don't like the boxy top, but if I had to wear one, I would definitely wear it with something underneath to add a little bit of length. And then I would also try to pick a boxy top because there is a range in the length. I would find the one that I liked, and then I would call the store and say, measure from shoulder to hem, because I would want one that was on the slightly longer side as opposed to on the slightly shorter side within that range. So that's how I would buy a boxy top if I weren't here in person. Now this one is very, very soft. I like how it fits me across the bust. I'm not feeling any pulling at all through here.
You look like you're about to say, you go, girl.
You go, girl.
And she did.
Yeah. And honestly, this one I don't mind because I'm wearing this underneath it. I feel like I don't feel so short-waisted.
Yeah. You need something that visually defines the waist is longer.
Yes. For me, I do. Because if I got rid of this, this actually doesn't look as bad as how it's all one color. Because it's all one color. I almost look like I'm wearing a jumpsuit, which is fine. But if it wasn't one color, I would definitely need to add length through here somehow.
So maybe that's the solution. Find matching pieces or tank top.
Or a tank top. Yeah. But if I were like, when I do wear boxy tops, and I do have a couple, I do wear them as a single columnar look of a single color underneath. This was really soft too. And what are the ladies saying?
Lisa said, human touch.
Yeah.
And I think that is the difference. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see, like, even people now who don't have as much of an appreciation for art and culture, like, how sad their lives.
Well, you know what? We're getting to the point where it's a use it or lose it, right? If we don't start encouraging the arts and encouraging artisanship and paying money for arts and artisanship, we're going to lose it. If there's no money in creating these fabulous silks and doing hand embroidery, why do it? Deep sigh. I guess we're already there with furniture. I sometimes look at the furniture that, you know, I love a good old piece of furniture. And I look at the construction of it. Shefali just got a piano. Let's talk about Shefali's piano. This, I think, really illustrates the point. So Shefali and I were at Value Village, as sometimes we do. We go to the back of Value Village, and there's this incredible 1880s, 1890s quarter cut oak piano. It is divine. It's an upright piano. It's a Canadian, a Toronto manufacturer. It's slightly out of tune, but not horribly out of tune.
No, it's actually good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, quarter cut oak. That guy weighs a ton. And it was $30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because somebody finally realized they didn't have room in their house for it. And they just wanted it to go to a good home. And it will, because it is now going into Shefali's home, so that she can play the piano and have her hobby again. But the construction on just the case of that piano, they don't do that anymore.
No.
Or the buildings that I saw when I was watching these BritBox TV shows, these monuments to architecture, they don't do those anymore.
No.
We're going to miss them.
I think that, like, you know, you have to teach the next generation, if they don't find it themselves, the value of artisanship and how that comes from culture. Like, not just like specifically like being cultured in a general way, but how cultures have historically had artisan crafts that have stayed true to them. Like, for example, in a lot of Eastern European cultures, like embroidery and kind of that stitch work, like in South Asian cultures, has been a huge, craft that people have tried to maintain.
Yeah.
Even in our own Alex, like, she talks a lot about how, like, you know, she's very interested in Indigenous beading, because she said it really reminds her of a lot of the traditional beading techniques she sees, especially because she has a bit of a Polish background, right? So, like, you know, there are certain things like
but
that.
Also Ukrainian. She said that there's also Ukrainian
beading as well. Yeah, and I actually got her one of those from Trenta, like those Albanian made earrings, and she loved them, because she actually like said to me, like, are these like Polish or Hungarian? And I said, no, they're actually Albanian.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, cool.
It's made, you know, with the artistry of the fabrics and then turned into something else, very much like what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
This is so soft as well. This is purples and periwinkles.
Value is the key piece. I look at the historic homes that are being demolished and to build McMansions.
Yeah,
it's awful.
There was a house next to us. When we lived right in downtown Burlington. We lived in a heritage home, and next to us was a home that didn't have heritage designation. It was only a few years younger than our house, and it was bought by a developer who gutted the inside and turned it into a McHouse on the inside. All grays, all whites, got rid of all of the molding, the beautiful trim, the crown molding in the ceiling.
That is painful to hear.
It was, honestly, I went in to see it because it was like the big unveiling, and it made me a little sick. I'm like, everything that made this place, this beautiful old, like, it used to have a round door. The front door was literally arched.
See that anymore?
No, they got rid of everything. Anything that gave that house a history, gone. Gutted.
I hate that.
I hated that too. We didn't do that with our house. We kept everything.
You guys did a great job. Yeah. Sabina said, that's awesome. The piano found a new home. Oh yeah. And I'm going to take care of it. Like,
Yeah,
we actually thought for a bit that I wasn't going to be able to keep this piano, and I was devastated.
Yeah.
And so then Priya, like, I didn't want to involve her too much with decorating the space, like, because she has so much going on, and like, I don't want to do that to her, but she actually...
And also, I can be a bit much. And so it's important that Shefali finds her own voice. And I agree with that.
Yeah. But it was really nice that she sat down and she's like, let's see if we can make this work.
Yes. So we just kind of played with the layout until we figured out how we could basically create 2 rooms out of 1 room.
Yeah.
In a way that allowed the piano to exist in half a room and not look like it didn't belong.
Yeah. But I'm really excited for my living room. It's going to be cobalt blue walls.
Mm-hmm. So she's been searching Marketplace. There have been a lot of Marketplace things going back and
deliveries. Yeah. Yeah.
So the pants I'm wearing now are Learbird from 2 seasons ago. They are a really dark teal, almost a forest green, but definitely more teal because they have blue in them.
Oh my God. Judy sent us a scary thing. She said, Google Brandon House in Ancaster. I literally cried.
What is it?
It's a McMansion.
Oh,
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, to not have any... part of the problem is it costs a lot of money to maintain those old, beautiful things.
So on Raise the Hammer, there's an article called The Brandon House in Memoriam.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you want to see a photo?
Yeah. Oh. And they got rid of it?
Yeah. 1867 to 1910. That's crazy. That's a piece of Canadian history.
Yeah. So part of the problem is, as somebody who used to live in a very, very old house and only lives in a vintage house now, it costs a lot to maintain those architectural features in a world where those bespoke features need to be made for your home.
Mm-hmm.
Like the house that we lived in, we had the doors, we didn't do it, but the previous owners had to get custom milled doors to match the original doors of the house in order to keep consistent. That costs a lot of money.
These days, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like way back when, it didn't. But that's because nobody was getting paid a fair wage. So 6 of 1, right? But it is sad to see those treasures disappear.
Yeah. Judy said historic home that was demolished, nothing was salvaged, which is crazy. Sabina said we had Draper Street close to us with heritage cottages. It's like stepping into the 1800s.
Oh, that's really nice. There's a store in Toronto called the Door Shop or the Door Store. It's one of those 2. And it is all architectural elements salvaged from homes that have been destroyed or whatever. Mm-hmm. And this door store buys them, and then you can go into the door store, pick these pieces, and have them built into your new house.
Say door store 10 times.
Door store. Door store. Door store.
Door store.
Door.
Priya.
Store.
Door store.
Door store. But yeah, that's kind of neat, because if you want to add something with a little bit of history, you can go there and find those pieces.
Mm-hmm. Corey said, and the electrical plumbing installation is usually so out of date.
Yeah, definitely. So Mira and Shefali, can we tell them?
Yes, but don't say where.
Okay.
Like it's in Hamilton, but
Mira and Shefali are moving into a house in Hamilton, and they are going to share ownership of the house and split the mortgage, essentially. And it had knob and tube electrical, and it's been turned into a duplex, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so excited that my 2 girls and Rachel's living with them too, so that they'll be able to start on their journey of eventually owning a single house each, but now they'll start to save money.
The start.
Yeah, 'tis the start.
Michelle said historic homes are not protected by the province in Ontario. They are.
Some are, but it's really easy to get around it. I wouldn't say it's a blanket statement that they are protected. Some homes can be designated heritage homes, and if they are designated, it's a lot harder to do bad things to the exterior, but you can still do whatever you want to the interior.
Really?
Literally anything to the interior.
Wow.
So it has to be designated heritage, though. This is really soft as well.
Judy said, I would be broke if I went there. It was not officially on the designation list. It was still being considered for historic designation, which would have protected it when the builder demolished it.
Yeah.
And thanks, Lisa. She said that's awesome for the girls. Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, they're very excited. And it's a good step for them. Goat and I are putting in the down payment, but we're putting a lien on the house. And hopefully within 5 or 10 years, we'll be able to refinance and get that back out. But in the meantime, the ladies will have an opportunity to start a life, which is important.
Yes.
So
yeah,
that's what we're trying to do here, guys. Start these ladies on a journey.
Yeah. And I'm very thankful that Priya's in my life and Goat's in my life too.
And we are equally thankful that we are here in yours.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's kind of cool. So that's why we had to kind of redesign the space to figure out how do we get the piano. Are you going to cry?
No. I just had a really long day, as you know.
I know.
But I'm really happy that everything has worked out in a way that you know, I'm able to live this life so fully and so authentically. And I think that really
so authentically.
It's this kind of business. It's these kind of businesses that allow for people to be able to live this kind of life. I mean, we're always going to need like medicine and housing and science and math and healthcare. But
my priority is definitely the people in this business. The clothes are the conduit to helping women become their best selves and helping our team, develop into adults who have a good, reasonable life, small joys. But the plan is for bigger things than the clothes. The plan is for the people.
Thank you, Claire. And Marilyn said, "Hi, ladies. Love all the beautiful colors."
This is so nice.
Hi, Marilyn. Corey says, "Often the owner or developer will demolish before the designation comes into effect."
Yeah.
Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Corey. Judy said, "According to our real estate agent, 80% of young people buy their first house with family help."
I can't imagine how you wouldn't. Like, my parents helped me out when we bought our first home. We still had student loans to pay off. But back then it was only $13,000. Like, it was
so crazy.
And that was for a detached, it was tiny. It was like 1,000 square foot home, but it was solid brick detached. And $13,000 was enough for a down payment. That is not the case today, friends.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. And especially because we wanted to help them find a home that would be a solid investment for them as well. Like, not just a place to live, but a place where they could accrue some equity.
Lisa said, "I'm crying." Oh, you're so sweet, Lisa.
Honestly, what is money for? Really? Like I said earlier, you can't take it with you. So why not use it to do some good?
To help
if you can.
Well, money is there to help you find a doctor that'll help you fix your bowel movements.
Where did you get that from?
You know what I'm talking about.
Nope, I don't.
Oh my God.
I forgot about that. Guys, she's talking about Trump. Yeah. Yep.
You're so silly.
So silly.
Thanks, Lori. Judy said 101,000. Oh, it was so Judy's first house was 4-bed, 2-bath, 101,500,000.
Wow.
Like 101,500.
Yeah. Our first house that in Brampton, that house was 134,000. And then our second house was 300,000 and we sold it for 600. Like, that's how great the market was. That it doubled in value in the 4 years we were there.
Wow.
And then when we moved to Burlington, even though we got a beautiful old house, it was a lateral move because it was Brampton compared to Burlington. But yeah, those times gone. Entry level times, making money on real estate gone.
And Corey said, "In our day, homes were 120K and only a 5% down payment."
Yeah.
And Puppy Bunny Cat says, "The way you treat people and the values you have, that's what is so wonderful about you folks."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honestly, I wouldn't work this hard for anything other than the people.
I agree.
Really.
It's the people, like, it's the biggest
like you guys, our team.
Yeah, it's
like
it's you guys.
It's
Yeah, it's this community.
It's this community. It's worth it.
Yeah. It's why I went back to do the MBA, because I said to myself, I don't think this business would survive if I didn't go and figure out what I needed to learn to make sure that we don't, like, we can deal with what happens to us.
And that's why Mira is doing her. Oh, this goes with this. Cool.
Yeah.
And that's why Mira is going to do her HR, because the goal is in 3 years, we will be so big that we will need our own HR person.
And it's already getting.
Well, we're a little tiny right now. We're back down to basic team. I know it feels very layery, but honestly, I can't tell you guys how comfortable I feel. Like, I just feel like $1 million wearing this right now. So I'm wearing a sculptural tunic dress, by the way.
You know what you need to
matching
do?
poncho. Oh, what if I do that Margot hat?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh my
Scandinavian
God.
scarf look.
Auntie.
I'm not auntie.
No. I can't call you Aki. Or Akka. Like, you're a bit too old for that, for you.
Guys, I got my eyebrows done. I need to show everybody. Okay. What do you think? They're kind of like a tattoo.
Oh, wait. Go like this.
So it's kind of like a tattoo. It's called nano something. And what I did,
it's like microblading.
It's like, but it uses
it's similar. It's just, it's done differently.
It's done differently. Yeah. So, I have remedied the overpluckedness of my eyebrows that happened in my 20s and 30s. And I've put them back to kind of what they used to be. And I'm really happy with this.
It looks great.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't look fake, which was the thing I was most worried about, was looking like I had like a Charlie Chaplin mustache above my eyes. Are you okay? Do you want my water? I have some water.
I just choked on my spit, but okay. I would have gotten you the cane for the Charlie Chaplin if you had him.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I got them done, guys, and I would actually highly recommend. I was a little scared when I first went in, and she's like, okay, relax your eyebrows. And I'm like this, I'm like, okay, they're relaxed. She goes, no, relax. So I'm like, yep, totally relaxed. Just relax. And then she took a video of my eyebrows, and she goes, so I'm going to have a really hard time getting your eyebrows to even out if you don't relax them. Oh my! She shows me a video of my face, and my eyebrows are doing the wave. We've never done this before, and I'm like, what if I come out looking like a fool?
You're so nervous like you can't even tell that your body is having a reaction. You're like, it's fine, everything's fine.
It's fine. My eyebrows are fine. And she's showing me, they're like literally, like, not exaggerating. One was higher than the other. She goes, you need to relax this one. And then she's feeling the muscles. She goes, those muscles are actually inflamed. Do you get headaches? No, that's just the way my face sits. Then I started laughing because I'm like, and Sully does the same thing, my dog. And she says, they learn from their owners. They do. So Sully and I both have overactive eyebrows. But it was a very positive experience overall. It was probably, I guess, my first foray into cosmetic surgery, but I didn't think of it as... Okay, so for me...
Cosmetic enhancements, I think, is a better word.
Yeah, enhancements, because I didn't think of it as like, I'm not happy with my cheekbones the way they've changed, so I'm going to put in new cheekbones. For me, what I felt was, when I was younger and less wise, I overplucked. And then as a result, I had less eyebrow. And now that my face has changed shape, it looked like even far less eyebrow. So I really felt like I was just going in there to remedy an error of my youth, not change who I am, which for me was a really important distinction. But I thought she did a really good job. I don't know what else to show. Like, I feel like all the colors are really nice, and I feel like I've also shown all the colors. Maybe I'll put on jeans. What are the ladies saying?
Everybody was just talking about how natural your brows are.
Thank you, guys.
She was like, what are they saying? Is it horrible? Marilyn said, love your eyebrows. Christine said they look very natural and beautiful.
Thank you.
Puppy Bunny Cat says supporting each other and treating each other like community and family. I don't know what else we can do to get through these times.
Yeah, honestly, it's just, It's like that. I shared a post, a story, somebody's post in our stories. And it was this woman who takes tea bags and used tea bags, and she puts them on a piece of paper. And then a day later will take them off and then look at the image and try to turn it into, like, she'll add lines to it to turn it into something. And the first one she did for 2026, she looked at it and it was a woman, a smaller woman holding a torch up. And she said, it really felt very fitting that that's what the message was for 2026, which is hold up your torch, shine bright. Even one single small woman shining bright will bring some light to this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt very inspiring for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I really hope all of us can do in our own way. Like, even if it's just showing up and using your voice, or showing up and taking up space, wearing something bright and colorful, that is a step. That is the opposite of blending into the background and hoping that nobody notices you. It's saying, I'm worth noticing, and I have ideas, and I have values, and I have a voice. And that's what we need. All these women, wise women with voices, need to have the courage and the community to feel safe using those voices.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Couple more eyebrow comments.
Thanks, ladies.
So Corey had said, in our day, homes were 120K and 5% down.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're a million and 20% down.
Yeah.
And Lisa said, I love that so much. Judy said, I love my eyebrows. Love mine, said Judy. Sabina says, brows look natural. Michelle says, they're beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Lisa said, overpluckedness.
Yeah. There was a lot of overpluckedness, guys.
And Judy said, you always look beautiful, Priya.
Thank you.
And Damien, hey Damien.
Hey, Damien.
And Sabina said, what's the maintenance on the brows?
Nothing. 3 years. This is going to last me for 3 years. So it cost me $650, which was a lot. I had to give it a lot of thought. But my sister-in-law got it done, and her sister-in-law got it done. And they both came out looking natural. And I had been trying to, like, my eyebrows were set too far apart because I'd overplucked the center. And nothing that I did to try to draw in that center was working very well. So I figure for 3 years of having defined eyebrows, 650 is not bad. And all I have to do is, like, pluck anything that grows outside of that shape, which is what I would have had to do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I like is that, unlike permanent tattoos, this will fade in 3 years. So if my face changes shape, which I assume it will, I'm not going to have these eyebrows that are the wrong shape for my new face.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that opportunity to kind of reshape if your face gets wider, which is what happened to mine.
Yeah. And so Puppy Bunny Cat was asking if we can show this waterfall and top combo that she had just bought from the collection.
Just now.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, she did. They're hers. And Sabina said, I saw that story that you had made, and it really, I saw that story and it had really resonated.
It really resonated with me too. Just a reminder, right? We have a light. We each have a light.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the one?
No.
Darker?
This one. Let me show you.
Okay. That's not this.
I spend $200 on eyebrow pencils a year. So maybe I need to do that.
Yeah, honestly, if you guys, she's in Milton, if you guys are in this neck of the woods. And I can definitely, if you message us, I can give you her name. I would trust her with my eyebrows again.
Which is basically her life.
Yeah. Well, could you imagine if I had, like, on my face?
I would not allow for that to happen.
I was very hesitant. Very, very hesitant.
And also, her sister-in-law had gotten it done, and she looked so good.
She looked really good. You couldn't even tell.
And she basically has my name, so obviously she's smart, and I trust every judgment she makes.
So yeah, I would definitely say this technology that they're using now, it's a good one. I can't see it, Shefali, and I'm going through everything. Do you think it didn't get pulled?
I think it did, because she says she bought it from this collection. PRC 7546.
During the show or prior to the show?
I think she bought it during the show. Maybe it is those ones that you pulled out, but I just didn't know it.
I don't think so.
Do you want me to come and check?
Sure. That would be really good if you could, because I honestly Can't find it. It's so funny, eh? Like, I know exactly what I'm looking for and I can't find it. And it's a limited group of fabrics.
That it's coming up, I think. I can see like a similar color. No. Nope. That one?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Are you sure? What's the code on that one? Oh no, yeah, it's
not that one.
Oh, we'll find it eventually, guys. La 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 la.
Elmo's song?
Yep, Elmo's world.
I can't find it, Shafali. You may have to come up here and rescue me while I get to try on other things. Woo! It's not on the wall. I've forgotten the Elmo's World song.
I can't unhear it from my head now.
Is it this one?
No.
I love this one. This is a very summery piece.
It's this one. I was right.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then where's its friend?
Okay, so take this one. I will help you find the friends.
Oh, this could be cute together. I'll try this together in the meantime.
Okay.
I bet you these colors are all kind of the same tones. I'm sure you could mix and match a lot of these.
Oh.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bingo. I'm wondering if they will work with any of the blue sky land and pant colors. I also ordered my first pair of Casbahs so far, but only have the blue sky pants. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the blue sky land and pants are over there.
Yep, I'll get the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I forget that I have a mic on me, so I just start talking really loud. I'm like,
because I'm far from the computer, so you can't hear me anymore.
No, yeah. Okay. I have all the blue sky pants.
Oh, lovely.
Every single one.
So it's funny because Kim, who works here, many of you know her, she was watching, she was, I guess, flipping through other people's feeds, as one does on Instagram. And she found this one store, I don't know which one it was, who was selling like a shirt with a pair of pants, and it was just like beige. And the lady was saying, and this shirt would make a great bathing suit cover up. And Kim just started laughing. She goes, why would anybody wear that as a bathing suit cover up when you could wear this? And just be fabulous
and comfortable.
And then that was just like, I have a shirt that kind of fits with the pair of pants I have, and I can also cover my bathing suit with it. You can also do that with your pajamas. You could probably do it with your pillowcase. That doesn't mean that it works.
I could pull a Marilyn Monroe and get a rice bag and wear that.
Okay, so it is this guy. We're going to see how it looks with the linen pants.
Mm-hmm. And if you have a pair of denim pants, you can see how it looks with denim.
Yes,
as well.
So these are a mid-wash denim. Those of you who have followed my denim journey know that I am in love with this particular pair of pants from the Gap. It's called Easy Fit Horseshoe Denim.
Yes.
Easy Fit and horseshoe are the two keywords that you need. And it's got the elastic waist, and it fits the same as the Casbah pants. So even though I did start with the extra large, thinking there's no way a main store, like a regular box store large, will fit me, it does fit me. So it is the same fit as the Casbah. And I think Judy got some too. So beautiful silk. You could just see when it floated on.
Ooh.
Right? And then okay, love it already. I would probably tie, just to add a bit of asymmetry, I'd probably tie something here. Do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing I've been doing, especially with the waterfall and cardigan set, this has been my new go-to move, is I take one edge, the bottom edge. Oh, guys, guess what? I'm wearing it inside out, which means I have a great opportunity to show you guys our French seams. So even though I'm wearing it inside out, it's really hard to tell.
I couldn't even tell.
You can't even tell because everything is finished with French seams.
Wow.
Put that back on
I actually couldn't tell this time around. I usually am pretty good at that.
I didn't notice it until I looked at the bottom hem. Otherwise, and even then, you can't tell for surezies. You have to keep looking.
It looks intentional.
It does look intentional.
Oh my God, I love your double stitch waterfall top.
Okay, let me put it on this way.
So, Lisa said, maybe I need to do that. Judy said she has no regrets about her eyebrows. And Lisa said, I have hardly any due to thyroid issues. Oh, that always sucks.
Yeah.
Lisa said, I love that we talk about all these things. I have learned a lot today.
That's so great.
And Lisa said, I had to buy those pants after I saw them on you, Priya. I love them so freaking much.
I keep going back to see if they have them in other colors. Like, and again, my thing is next year when somebody says that these denim pants are out of style, I'll never be able to get them again because, you know, the Gap will follow trends. I don't care about the trends. I love this cut. This will be the cut I wear till I die. So I have to make sure I stock up. And I do love them. They're great, easy, comfortable, and they have tencel in them. So they're really soft as well. Like they're good pants. They're a good purchase.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
And Judy said, I did, but I took them in because they were too wide for me.
Oh.
And Sabina said, I saw those on Gap's website and I thought, oh my God, it's so Priya.
They were, you know, I love, they're basically a longer version of the Casbah pants for me. Which is very similar to the Oliver pant.
I was going to say, isn't it basically the Oliver pant?
It is basically the Oliver pant, but it's a little wider through here than the Oliver pant. Right at that point. It's wider. The Oliver pant is a style that Bryn Walker has carried since day one. It's their full length pant. And we're thinking of possibly getting some in the winter from the next winter collection. So the next fall collection, so that we can start showing you how that looks in case it's a style you want. Yeah. So a number of our customers have said they love the Casbah pant, but they wish they could have a full length pant just to wear to work that would just be a little bit more work appropriate, they feel. So what I did is I took the bottom corner of the waterfall top and the bottom corner of the cardigan and put them through the same Ziska bead. So join them together here. And you get this look. I really do feel like she needs a necklace. Don't know what I did with the blue one. So teal it is. I can't wait till we get those new Ziska necklaces. We're going to have so much fun styling them. Oh, they're beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
You've seen they're already on the website, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if... Guys, they might already be on the website. Do you mind checking, Shefali, on our website? Just type, go to the Ziska collection. It'll be under jewelry and go to necklaces. They might already be there. So there you go. There's a great look. And I will show them to you with the pants. So this is the black Landon pant. This one is the this one is the Galen Capri, also by Blue Sky. And it's in black, which would work. This is the Landon pant. It is a bamboo linen blend. This is an extra large. So they kind of land at the ankle. And I would wear these together. I would not have a problem wearing this blue with this red. And then a red necklace or a red lip. It would look really sweet. Is it there, Shefali?
I'm checking. It's taking a while to load.
Okay. This is the olive Galen Capri in the bamboo. And I would say I'm not loving it together. This is the Landon pant in sand. And yes, I definitely think this would work.
No, they're not on the website.
So
they're just in the back end.
So I could probably release those because they are en route now. Maybe I would
say hold off because of that
Yes.
issue
That we had with one or two of them.
And also because Alex will forsake you.
Yes, she will be upset. But they are really like, they're traveling. I keep getting updates. So
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it with the sand color. But I think I kind of love it with the denim. Like it just works really well with the periwinkle indigo shades. It would also work well with a white or a cream or a navy. Beautiful soft fabric.
Nope, not on the website, said Claire. Claire, I just need to look to you. What a check for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to show them to you guys. Like, I want so many of them.
Yeah, she did a great job picking. There's some beautiful options.
Beautiful, beautiful pieces that I think that we got, you know, that one that we had that was like the big medallion that was kind of it was in a resin and it was like reds and blues and greens or yellows and greens and reds. We got one of those in black and white. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. And then I think we got like a 3-bead one like that, a 5-bead one like that, and then a bunch of colored options and hearts where if you wear them one way, they're red. And if you wear the other way, they're pink. So many pretty things. Really, really pretty things. It's going to be fun to dress around them. Can't wait till we can do the live around that. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah. I'm going to be like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, like you weren't already?
Okay, ladies, we are nearing the end. Is there anything that anybody would like to see together?
It's 9:44, so you have about 10 minutes. I mean, there are some pieces you haven't really shown off.
Yeah, I've kind of avoided this color because I didn't have any blue to try it on with, so maybe I'm going to try on these.
I thought the denim was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sabina wonders, will those pill?
These? No, they're denim.
Yeah, they're denim. Yeah.
But so denim doesn't pill.
No, it doesn't. I mean, okay. I'm currently wearing a Japanese selvage denim and it's pilling slightly, but it's because it's a raw form of denim.
Yeah.
This is more like, not to say processed, but it has the tensile, which will give it that bamboo.
Well, it has the tensile, which is like a bamboo, which makes it softer, but it also has no stretch in it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's, I've never seen this denim pill. It's too heavyweight to pill.
Yeah. Corey says Old Navy sells a barrel leg jean as well.
Oh, good.
And Judy says, can't wait for the Oliver pant.
Yeah.
And Puppy Bunny Cat says, thank you. So helpful. And Lisa asks, are they heavy? No, they're not.
No,
they're so not heavy. They're super light.
They're like, if I'm not wearing comfortable pants, the minute I get home, I pull them off. And Casba pants in these jeans, I could wear them all day and not even notice. For me, that if it feels like pajamas, it's a win. And even though these are denim, they feel like pajamas. Yeah, I kind of do love them. And I'm not getting paid by the Gap to say that. I just think they really got it right for me, for finding something that fits women who are larger through here, and that also draw the eye down to here to add the width down there so that the width up here doesn't look quite as wide. It almost becomes like a parachute dress. So I like that. Ooh, fabulous blue. Wow. And look at where that falls, right in the center there. Gorgeous. And then maybe we put a little Ziska bead here. Or a magnet. Magnet might be fun. Cool.
A little added sparkle.
Just a little sparkly.
It's a little joyful. Like, wow, Priya, I really love how you must have a really small waist because that's just where the sparkle is and there can't be anything else.
That's right. I have a tiny, tiny, tiny waist right here. This is it. But you can see just how easy it is to look elegant. And that's one of the things that I say about the Sorry Not Sorry line. I'm wearing jeans and a camisole. And I just threw this over top. And if I just had a nice necklace to wear with it, which we will have soon, it would look so put together and yet would have been so effortless and would still feel like pajamas. I'm living the dream. So if you don't like wearing your vests as a top, like this is my favorite way to wear them. But you can also wear your vest as a vest. Take this little guy off. Shefali had quite the day today. I can see her processing as she's sitting there. Lots to process.
Yeah. And I still came to have fun with you guys.
She did. And Mira even offered to rescue.
And I
Did
said,
she?
no.
Did she say
Yeah.
would?
Oh, yeah. She called me. She was like, and I said no. And she was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure.
I said to her, I'm like, she might not be able to come to work. And I'm like, do you want to cover for her? She goes, I don't. But it would be the right thing to do. So I will.
Yeah, because I know Mira. She's like, I don't want to be.
She's like, I already worked this morning and I had a day at school.
She can't do any of this.
Well, I figured you would have to get her sorted.
I'd have to be here anyways, so it's okay.
So this is how it looks as a vest. And as many of you know, there's two ways to wear our vests as vests. When I wear it this way,
Oh, hold on there.
Something funny is going on because I can
this little flipperoonie situation. Our vests will always look like that.
Yes, there we go. So it covers my bum, right? So if I wear it this way, the front two panels are a little bit shorter and it'll cover my bum. I could also take this and tuck it up. This is actually a trick that one of our customers showed us. And you can do this and then tie these together here or use as a sleeve. Yeah, Ellen. And then wear this under a blazer. And it just looks like a gorgeous little blouse. It's really sweet together. I think that Lady Luck Boutique, Kathy at Lady Luck Boutique loves it like this.
Lisa said no, the necklaces. No, the necklaces are not heavy, Lisa.
No,
the Cisco ones? No,
not at all. They're resin.
Okay, so Heather said, I was not so successful with the barrel leg pant. My family laughed at me, which is kind of...
That's not nice.
I hate that. Sorry.
I hate that for you. I'm so sorry.
I have little room for niceties today, and I literally hate that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Heather. But if you're ever in the area, I want you to spend every day wearing barrel jeans to visit us.
That's right.
Every single day. So
this is another way that you can wear your vest. And I really enjoy wearing this when it's shorter at the back with like a cardigan. And then this becomes like the lapels of the cardigan. Like I love it. The lady who thought of that was Lori in BC. And ever since I think she told Margot and Margot told us. And then I'm like, that is so freaking brilliant. I wish I had a jacket to show you with, but it looks really sweet. So you just put your cardigan on or your longer duster length cardigan and then just pull these out into the front. It looks very.
Do you want to try it with my jacket?
I think it needs to be more of a jacket and we don't have any at the moment.
No.
I don't even think we have any Darcy jackets.
No. I don't think so.
No. But looks really sweet. And the other nice thing about the vest is it's another piece that works as a scarf really well. So what I do, guys, is I hold it up, portrait orientation, pull one corner up and let it drop because that adds a little bit of additional length, and then wrap it around a couple of times and give it a tuck. And it looks amazing. I know our ladies have found so many different ways to do this. I think it's Heather who... See if I can do this. Takes this side and puts it through this armhole. Like that. Something like that. To create that look at the front. And then again, you could wear it with a jacket.
Sabina said, I was wondering when we will see Mira on the live. Probably never, guys.
That girl is all about school these days.
Yeah. And also, like, she does try to work when she can. And the one thing she can't let go of is her nighttime. And that is a lot for her to give up. And I totally understand that. And I don't think any of the team would take their Friday nights off but me.
Yes, but that's only because we have so much fun.
Honestly, yeah. They don't even know what they're missing.
Yeah. There are days where I have to get in here on the Friday night and I'm like, I have been working all day and this didn't work and that didn't work. And then I get here and I'm like, this is great. This is the best way to spend a Friday night. I love the baby doll dresses. Also too comfortable. And then I would put like a black longer necklace. Really looking forward to getting these Ziska necklaces because we ran out. We got the Ziskas, then we sold out very quickly. And we haven't found anything we really like in the Susie Blue lately, even though we keep looking. So yeah, it's been a while since we've had a necklace that has just been inspiring. What do you think?
I like it.
I like it with the denim too.
I think this one works with denim because it's got like kind of that darker, it looks like a blackish kind of indigo tone to it, which is basically what denim dye is. So.
Yeah. And I forgot to show. Okay, so this pair of jeans doesn't have belt loops, but if you have a pair of pants with belt loops, it looks really cool if you take your silk and you run it through the belt loop to create some
like a tie or something.
Yeah, like especially with the waterfall tops. Looks amazing with waterfall tops. I just don't have a lot of clothes personally that have belt loops. Trying to think if I have any. Oh, that one pair of jeans I got from the garden.
Literally the one pair. Because I think that's when you did it for the live. Okay, final 7 minutes. Can you show me your favorite outfit from this collection, Priya?
But I haven't even looked at them all. Okay, I love this piece. I honestly don't know how it's still here. It's indigo blues and blacks and very, very pale blues. And I think it is the silk equivalent of a jean jacket. Right? Like it's just got all of those blues, such easy colors to work with. You can add any pop of color with it. I would probably do red, but you could do pink. You could do a green, like a chartreuse. Would be stunning with this. What do you think, my friend?
I think that if you want to go matchy-matchy, this is it gives you the opportunity to go matchy-matchy. But if you want to have some fun, then it also gives you basically a kind of a slate, because it's one monochromatic color to add colors to, so that you create more of a color story or theme. And that's usually how these kind of color palettes play out. Like you have your kind of, in a lot of maximalist styling, generally, if you're looking for something slightly more coordinated, you have this like base kind of color or tone, and then you build off that through accessories. So she could add like a yellow Ziska necklace, and then like a yellow bangle, and then a pair of red shoes or green shoes, and then like green lipstick or something, like
or a green bag. Yeah, like I find that pieces like this, even like the reason I like pieces that are multi-tonal and with so many different colors is because I can just pick a bunch of colors that are in it and say, and somebody's already done the work of making sure they look good together, and I just have to match them and put them together. But with a piece like this, it functions as a basic, right? It functions as...
It is the underpinning.
It is the underpinning. So then you can really make things pop with your accessories, which is why this would be great for travel, because it's going to look different every day based on your accessories. So there you go. I think we're going to end with this one, because she is my favorite, and I'm glad I got to wear her.
Aww. She was very loved and appreciated by you. You do have 5 more minutes, so you kind of have to pick something else.
I kind of do. Maybe you have to, because you pulled all of these. Is there one here that you love, and you're like, Priya, why have you not tried that on?
Honestly, no. I think you've shown a lot of really nice ones. Did you show off any of the self pockets or sculptural tunics?
I didn't show any of the self pockets, so maybe I'll grab one of those now.
Yeah. Maybe
so I did your hack here.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so I just took the bottom corner from down here and then just tied it about midway through here with a pinch of the fabric there. And then I put a button here to just enforce the cowl, to force the cowl to happen.
Not to enforce, but to literally force.
Force it to happen. Leave it no options.
So it has been enforced for.
There we go. Which one?
How about that one in the center, the third one?
It's so pretty. This one?
Yeah. I love this one. I just think
It's
the
so
website
pretty.
does not show it justice, because I already know it looks super either pale or super bright.
Yeah.
But it is the perfect, especially if you're someone who's trying to get into the self pocket dresses and you're looking for something that isn't too intense and you don't mind a flower on your boob.
Yeah, I just noticed that big flower on the boobs. How am I going to feel about that?
Flower power. Power to you. All you need is a detachable flower for the other boobs.
I actually don't mind that. What do we think?
I like it.
Flower on the boob. It almost looks like an eye.
I'm watching you.
Interesting. I love the fabric. I love how it's got the striations on it. I love how this down here is on the diagonal. And I actually really love the flower. I think it just needs a necklace. Do you mind getting me the Ziska necklace with the 3 colors?
I was actually going to say, why don't you try to find a silk that'll layer on top of that really nicely?
Why don't we do both?
I was going to say, you do that. I'll do that.
Yes.
You'll do this, I'll do that.
Okay, so I'm looking for some.
I was thinking you should go for like a poncho. Ooh, that's nice too.
This
Because of the flowers.
Because of the flowers on it.
You don't want your boob to feel lonely.
And it kind of has the same tones. Basically everything in this collection.
Guys, we're going to get kicked off Facebook again. I said boob tonight. Ooh, and that hides the boob.
Just, but we shouldn't have to hide it. I really do feel like it just needs a necklace.
Yeah.
So what I was saying earlier is if we have a necklace like this, you can get one of just the cords, and then it would end up coming down to there when you add the second cord.
How does everyone like to wear their self-pocket dresses? Asked Puppy Bunny Cat. Leggings, pants, maxi skirt underneath. Judy says, have a great weekend. Stay warm. You too, Judy.
I would say yes to all of the above. Yeah. I wear mine with all of those things.
Lisa says, I'm also worn it as a high-low with the cardigan over for one of the pieces.
Oh.
Not sure.
As a high-low.
Maybe not this one. Maybe another piece. I'm not too sure because I just saw the comment. And Sabina said the flower is great, actually.
It is great.
But I am surprised by how well the cardigan and the self-pocket fall together.
Yeah. Well, you picked all the same tones. I really do feel like there's a lot of things, if you wanted to mix and match, that you could do from within this collection. Yeah, this is beautiful together. Gorgeous layering. And of course, you could wear them as separates as well.
It's funny, Priya today, when she was looking at the collection, she was trying to pull more. I was like, no, we can't pull more. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I feel like whenever we pull a color, the problem is that it's never just that color. It's like a bunch of colors. So I was very particular about what I had curated for this live. I was like, I only want these kinds of colors in this, and I don't want anything else. So there's a long tunic with side ties in our full price section that is basically like sky blue and white, or like a light heather gray. But there is this band that has red and gold on it. And I said, absolutely not.
Well, only because it doesn't fit in with the theme.
Exactly.
So what I did is I'm wearing it upside down and backwards. You know, the one where you put it on like a hospital gown, then you gather it up, throw it over your head. So there's going to be a V right here at the back. And then I just took those long dangly parts and tucked them up and through the arm like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she said the vest she's worn as a high-low, which is actually what Priya's done.
Oh, yeah, I've done that too. And I love doing that. In fact, I will show it to you guys because it is one of my favorite little hacks. I just have to find one.
A vest?
A vest that would match this piece here.
Mm.
Is this the same fabric?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're going to have to try that on.
Banjo.
Yeah, this is a beautiful. The colors on this are stunning.
She's got another necklace to add to her roster.
Ooh.
So if you had to pick your favorite style in the store, do you think that's possible for you? Controversial, I know. Favorite.
If I had to go with, okay, I can pick one favorite from every type. So no, I have to. I'm sorry. Guys, we're getting 2 new samples in that everybody in the store is in love with.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
They're for the bottom half, which we never do. Okay, so in terms of tops, it would be the side slit top.
Yeah, totally.
It's just a t-shirt.
You are such a side slit top.
It's just too easy. So it would be the side slit top. If in terms of layering pieces, I would probably choose the vest. Even though I love the cardigan, I love the elegance of being able to put on a vest asymmetrically, or wear a vest as a scarf, or wear a vest underneath another layer. Like, I just love those 3 elements that it can do, and to wear a vest as a top, which is what I wanted to show you, but I can't find a vest. And there must be ladies who are like, what is she talking about?
Bye, Deborah. Good night.
Good night.
And Corey said, with my Casbahs for the self-pocket dress. If you wear Casbahs, or as Priya's wearing, the wide leg pants, with your self pocket dress, you'll kind of notice that the bottom kind of balloons out a little, which gives a really nice parachute shape. Whereas with thinner pants or leggings, it's more fitted to the legs. So just consider kind of what look you want to go for. Some ladies like having a skinnier leg and then kind of having more looseness on top, whereas others kind of like the looseness all around because they want something more, not necessarily even proportioned, but something similarly proportioned on top and bottom. So you have to kind of ask yourself what look you want to go for. But the nice thing about this style is that you can do a lot with it. So
okay, I'm going to try putting these together.
Just my 2 cents.
I am wearing a vest as a top. And the way that I did it is I just put my head through one armhole and the other armhole is there showing off my bum.
Oh my God, there's a in your back.
But I can layer something over it. So I tend to use long dusters when I'm doing this kind of a hack. So does this cover it?
No, you know what I would do? I would do that hack where you take the hole and you tie it. Remember?
Yes, where you create, and
that'll make it shorter.
Alternately, I have been known to do this, where I take this, pull it. The mirror image makes it so hard to do. Take this and tuck it here. And then put this over it. Right? It disappears through the back.
Disappears.
So that's another way you can wear a vest as top. And then I did not do a fine job of this, but a fine job can be done.
It's possible
easily,
but just not in this moment.
No, because it's like using a mirror backwards.
Yeah. Push. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Great job. Thanks. Amazing.
So you can do that. The other thing you can do is gather that hole in the back into a rosette so that you can't see it, or wear it with a duster. Looks amazing when you wear your vest as a top with a duster. And a poncho is a very similar thing here. Boop. So Nisha was supposed to come. It's my husband's birthday weekend, and she was going to come down. Oh, this isn't a poncho. This is a kimono sleeve.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't mean to lie.
That's okay. So anyways, she is still dealing with her moth thing.
Oh God.
And I think the lesson here is if you see one moth, go get the traps. Don't wait to see the second moth. Just get the traps. Because once they start getting into things, it can be a really big problem. So she was going to come down for the weekend, and we're like, honestly, take care of your moth problem, because the last thing you want to do is come here. And then when you get back, it's a bigger problem than it was when you left.
Yeah. And also, like, she must be exhausted.
And
but you won't be able to relax. She'll just be thinking about moths.
Well, and it's funny because her husband, she was like, I feel like I'm panicking in this alone, and he doesn't seem to get why I am so panicked. And then over the last couple of days, he says, wait, I don't understand. We cleaned everything, but we still have moths. And she looked at it and she went, exactly. And then the what is that expression? The light bulb went off, the pin dropped, whatever it is. And the needle dropped? I don't know, whatever that expression is. And he's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And so she's like, thank you. Now you and I are in the same place. So they are both panic stricken, and they're going to get everything sorted this weekend.
The war front is at home.
But definitely, I don't know what it is. Like, I actually haven't seen this many moth problems in a while. Because like I had moth problems, which is the first time I've actually had moth problems. You had a moth problem.
Moth debacle.
My mother-in-law had a moth problem, and Nisha had a moth problem, which is unusual, right? Like I have never known, and we live in different cities. We didn't pass them on to each other.
You know, it might be that companies who have clothes or things or items might not have moths in their areas of keeping those items or clothes or things.
So like vintagey stuff?
Yeah, so the problem persists, right?
Yeah, maybe. Our stuff is all ironed, guys. So there are no moths on our clothes.
No larvae. But
yeah, so that's why the moth traps. They make such a big difference. And Sabina said, for those Canadians who don't want to shop on Amazon, she found them at Canadian Tire.
Yes, you can find them at Canadian Tire.
Ladies, I'm tired, and I'm thinking you guys must be tired. I think we're going to call it a day. I hope you like this final look of wearing a cardigan with a kimono sleeve top. You can do the same thing with a poncho. But it has been fun wearing icy blue florals today. And what are we doing next week, Shefali? Board number 2.
But the theme is going to be frequencies.
Oh, the name of it is frequencies, guys. It's going to be exciting. We will talk to you guys next Friday. We have a sneak peek releasing on February 8th. We are only going to be doing 2 sneaky peeks leading up to it. So we'll be doing Tuesday, Friday, and then the sneak peek will be on the Sunday. So stay tuned. That will be happening in the first week of February, that we'll be doing the sneaky peeks, followed by the sneak peek on February 8th. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.